Good afternoon everyone and welcome back to the beautiful Pallegney with a beautiful, albeit slightly dirty view of the valley. I'm currently cultivating, and as you can see it's already late in the afternoon. I've been cultivating all day to get some of the fields done. I'm currently working on the final passes of the home field. Still need to do the very small bit on the side over there. But that's about it, and the final headland. And then I also need to do the fields up the hill. However, I'm not going to be doing those with my own cultivator. I'm actually going to be getting a demo. So I reached out first to my local dealer, but they didn't have really anything that suited my needs, because I want a heavy duty cultivator that went deep, opened up the soil, and also had enough shanks to actually work the soil properly as primary tillage in the fall. So they didn't have it, but there's another John Deere and Lemken dealer close by, and they did have a demo available, so that will be arriving tomorrow morning, and I'll have that for the day. The cultivator is actually in a slightly different configuration to what it was last time. It used to have those wing shears on it that really mix up the soil, and I took them off because I wanted to go deeper. So the wing shears are perfect for shallow cultivation and creating a level seed bed. But now I'm going deeper to actually open up the soil and help with water penetration during the wetter periods. So I actually remove the wing shears, and they're just straight things. So that's a bit of a surprise. I just came back from delivering the eggs to the local bakery, and this thing is parked up in my yard. Yeah, it arrived. The demo has arrived, and what a beast. So I mentioned something about the class action that I was driving just the other day, but look at this. It's a brand new Gen 2 7R. 350 horsepower. Ooh. I hope that is not the recommended amount of horsepower. I don't think so. I think they give you way too much horsepower for a cultivator like this, just so you don't have any troubles with it, but that's a beast. And this is the actual machine it's a Lemken Cat 12. 5 meter heavy duty cultivator, goes 30-35 centimeters deep. Massive wing shears, as you can see. If you just compare them to like me, like they're massive. Yeah, look at this. Those wing shears are as wide as I am. That's incredible. So it goes 30 centimeters deep, really heavy cultivation, opens up the soil, brings it up, and then the discs and here the discs and the rollers level it off again, so that you end up with a level soil, and it prepares this main preparation for the soil. And after this one you can go in, for example, with a drill, Power Hero drill combination drill, a combination of the Power Hero and the seed drill that I have, and just seed straight into it, drill straight into it, or go for a shallow cultivation and then seeding like the sugar beets or stuff like potatoes, and it's just incredible. So I'm going to be taking this for a spin. I'm really interested to see what it does. So if you quickly start it up. So it has a GPS screen on the left and then an isobus screen on the right. So the GPS controls the steering of the tractor, and the isobus is actually where you control the implement with. I must admit, I'm a big fan of the 8400 and the sound, but come on, just look at the difference between these two tractors. It's actually not that much, to be honest. The 7R is slightly bigger, it's mostly a lot higher. It's got a much bigger cab on it as well, and it has 4 stairs to get into the cab. This one has 3. So yeah, but side by side, oh, they do look good together, don't they? But yeah, it's the main thing that I recognize is that it's higher. The cap is higher. Not necessarily the bonnet of the tractor or the wheel arches, but just the cap in general. So you've got more headspace. Yeah, that's the only thing that I noticed. And a bit of a bigger hood, but I'm pretty sure it has a bit of a bigger engine as well. So I just wanted to quickly put those two side to side, just to have a look at it. So what I'm going to be doing is that I will be taking this one over to the field, start the time lapse, after I figure out how everything works, start the time lapse, and then at the end, when I'm done with the big field and I'm into the small field, I'll get back to you and tell you about the pros and cons of this machine, and rather whether or not I like it.
Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
My verdict. Well, first of all, let's talk about the slight hiccup I had during the time-lapse. I might have been watching one of FarmSim Guys' live streams and kind of paid more attention to my phone than the GPS line, and I accidentally knocked the steering wheel. But, well, that said, let's just not focus on that too much. I just want to give the FarmSim Guy FSJ a shout out because he's such a great YouTuber to watch. Really enjoyable, really cool content as well. Let's get onto the verdict of this machine. What do I think? Well, I actually quite like it. So looking at the job that the Lemken is doing, obviously I wasn't talking about the deer. Yes, I like the deer. Yes, I do enjoy the John Deere equipment. And yes, I've grown up around deer. So let's get that out of the way first. So the Lemken. I really, really like the way it works. So it's wide. It's the 5 meters, so it's wider than the one I had. I'm also driving faster, but that's more due to the tractor than to the Lemken. I could push it to 15 and that just stopped, so I think they maximized it at 15, but 12 is more than fast enough for me. But yeah, it does a really good job. It goes deep, it opens up the solar. As you can see, it leaves it rather black after you go over it. So it's a good machine, and I think it is. Yeah, I do think that this might be the machine that I want to invest in. For 2 reasons. Well, mostly because it's wider and it works. It's wider, it works faster than the one I have. And it just really... It does a good job. It leaves the ground good, nice, black, level. And I could go in here with like a disc drill or a combi drill and just directly drill into it, which is good because that's something I might be struggling with the other one as well. And it just has a lot more capacity. As you can see, it's 1:15. I actually did stop in between to do some other stuff as well. So yeah, it works really well. I'm happy with it. Now I'm just going to be finishing up this field. I was actually so excited seeing this one that I forgot to feed the cows. So I'll finish up this field, finish up the cultivation, the fall cultivation for now, and then I'm going to be feeding the cows, and then I'll probably not record it, and then I'll see you guys next month with the second cut of grass silage, which still needs to be done for the rest of the year. So we've got grass silage now coming up. There is obviously sugar beet harvest. I still need to look at possible fields to buy, but I'm actually thinking of buying the other fields surrounding the home the farm, and create 2 big fields out of those. But yeah, that's it for the big jobs. Sugar beet harvest still coming up, grass silage still coming up, and then it's a bunch of winter jobs. And then next spring we'll be sowing the sorghum and the sugar beet and the spinach, which will all be sown in the spring.